When we start our athletic quests, we have these naive mind states about what it takes, and we tell ourselves stories. I call these fantastical stories because they're made up in our imagination based on what we think it takes to become a high-level athlete. These are the 5 most common fantastical stories I hear people telling themselves that stop them from reaching their athletic potential. Number 2, the second story. I follow the same program or have the same coach as an elite, so I'm getting the best there is. Again, this is something, a fantastical story people tell themselves that actually benefits me, right? Like if I have some good athletes, that's my benefit. And I'm telling you, don't do that. The reason why I'm telling you to not do that is because if I could go back in time with the athletes that I coach that are at the highest level now, I would do so many things differently. Because at the time that I did it, I had no experience. I was just doing everything that I thought was right at the time that could have potentially broken them, could have potentially beaten them down. Maybe I did beat some of the other athletes who were less resilient down to create and help in the creation process of some of the best of the best. And a lot of the protocols that I used on them won't work on other people. Now, I'm aware of that, and the experience has taught me that, so I don't think I'll fall into the same traps of just being like, oh, well, this program worked for him, so I'm gonna do it for this same person over here. But it's something from a conscious perspective that, again, you need to be super critical about what you're getting to make sure that it's helping you. So you're here, you're doing the same workouts as Travis, you're involved in the same community as Noah, you have other games athletes, masters games athletes, all these other people, and it can create this false delusion like the program design is gonna have more power than you have. And you need to be the ultimate person that's putting the work into whatever your quest is. That, again, is a hard thing for me to say and verbalize because I feel like it kind of takes away some sort of authority that I feel like I've earned as a coach, is like doing some of these things and gaining experience that some people don't have. But the truth is, it's the character traits that the athletes have that ultimately lead to the protocols working, that ultimately lead to the coach being put on a pedestal for what they're doing. So I know inherently that I'm only up here because of people like that that justify the means that I was using to make them better. So again, I'm always just gonna be honest about that, and I think everyone in here needs to be honest about that with their programs, and really the people that are coached in here. I'm not saying that for you to look at your coach and be critical of your coach, but it's more about the information that people hear from other higher level coaches or famous people out there in nutritional science or whatever. They hear that information, they let that bias what they think, and then they bring that information to the coach and want to change the course of action. And you have to be really wary of that. You have to be really, really wary of, oh, this person coached this person because, and so that automatically makes their information applicable to me. That can be a very, very, very dangerous rabbit hole to go down, especially in current culture, because you can pay somebody to say that you coach them, right? You can sponsor an athlete, and then that athlete says they're coached by, someone. So make sure you do your due diligence about that. Don't tell your story, or don't tell the story in your head that the information is automatically quality because it's coming from a certain source.